Camphill village, Kimberton Hills, is set in southeast Pennsylvania. We're an intentional community, including people with varied abilities. We have a dairy farm, a CSA biodynamic organic garden providing vegetables for the 120 people living here, including another 200 or so people in the local wider community. We have craft studios, mosaic, weavery, pottery, wood workshop, fibre arts, orchestra and many creative activities for the people that are resident and living here. Certainly life in the past 6 months has changed for us very much, as it has worldwide everywhere. Fortunately for us, because we are an inclusive life-sharing community, everyone that is here lives and works together. So we've been able to maintain a good, healthy, vibrant community life. Unfortunately, the cafe where we have previously enjoyed opening our doors to friends in the wider local community to come and join us has been closed during this time. Likewise, Rose Hall, where we've had concerts and events that we have hosted, have not been able to happen in this past 6 months, nor our Hootenanny, that for any of you who have come to it have always enjoyed that time of music and good food and good fun that we've had out on the green. Many people and many places the world over, we have just needed to hold back and be self-contained, which we're incredibly fortunate that we are all healthy and all well and all able to maintain good interactions with each other here. Our basic needs of just bridging that gap between the funds that come to us through grants, through the contributions of the people that are here and able to contribute. Probably 30% of our income is also needed to be fundraising. And so this is where we really hope that those who are able to will continue to be able to contribute and help and support us so that we can have all those many details in life kept alive and supported here. Certainly with these wonderful old buildings that we have here, there's a lot of maintenance. Just making sure that buildings are kept painted, kept cleaned, that the roofs are in good order. We've been able to do some upgrading and maintenance to several houses recently, and we would like to do more to some of the other houses that are needing to have upgrades. Fortunately, within the community here, for most people things are accessible by being able to walk to and from their places of activity and work each day. And so there's a lot of independence for everyone that's here, and people can go about their lives in the way that suits them. Camphill is an inclusive community way of living where everybody is respected for their own contribution to life. Together we help each other, support each other, that our lives have more meaning and intention than they would if people were just doing things for their own personal benefit. We always have openings for co-workers and volunteers to come and join us, hopefully for a year, at least a year at a time. And one would be involved in the living and working, life-sharing lifestyle that we have here in Camphill, working in the craft workshops and studios, on the land with the dairy, the garden, the orchard, the herb garden, helping in the houses and helping people fulfill their meaningful lifestyles and ways of being. Thank you all so much for joining us for this time, for this short window into the life here in Camphill Village, Kimberton Hills. We certainly could not provide the quality of care and support that we do without your help and interest. If you would like to know more, then please do reach out to us and find out more ways in which you're able to help. And thank you so much for all that you do to help us.
Hello, I'm Craig Williams, Director of Development at Camphill Village, Kimberton Hills. Welcome to Giving Thanks Together, our first ever virtual event fundraiser and gala. Wow, that was a really hard act to follow. Our volunteers, our villagers, and Pharrell Williams singing. Amazing evening, and I get to follow them. We want to thank and acknowledge our sponsors, Jen Alexion and Bill Dixon, Bentley Systems, and Jody and Bill Keller. These are our presenting sponsors. Please also take note and thank you and recognize our corporate sponsors and our individual sponsors who are featured earlier tonight on our screens and will be featured at the end of the program. We also would encourage you to register for our event tonight. Please go to bidpal.net/Camphill Kimberton. Please take advantage of our auction items and our Fund the Need items for those items which are required and needed in our village to help our community improve lives. It's now my pleasure to introduce our board chairman, Pat Buva, who has stopped by to make some comments and welcome you all.
Thank you, Craig. Good evening and welcome to the Giving Thanks Together fundraising event. I'm Pat Buva and I'm the chair of the board of Kimberton Hills. And I think on behalf of the villagers, their families, co-workers, I want to thank everyone for being here. I've been a volunteer board member for many, many years. There's one matter that I think I can speak with some authority as the board chair, and that is the prudent stewardship of the financial resources at Kimberton Hills. Every donation, large or small, is treated with the utmost respect. And I can assure you that every expenditure, whether it's at the individual household, the workshops, the permanent reserve money that is set aside as permanent reserves, the financial resources that are set aside as permanent reserves, every dollar spent at Kimberton Hills is a well thought out expenditure. I just wanted to make those comments. Next on the agenda is I wanted to honor our Lifetime Volunteer Award, Dr. Jean Flood. Volunteers are obviously an integral part at Kimberton Hills to get the mission done. Jean Flood stands out in a crowd that is a standout crowd to start with. So it gives you an idea of what kind of individual Dr. Jean Flood is. I've had the pleasure of being on the board with Jean. She's level, she's sincere, and I think it's just a terrific opportunity to honor her for the many years of commitment and conviction to Camphill. Another organization that, the next award is our Corporate Partner Award, and that goes to an outstanding organization in Exton, Pennsylvania, the Bentley Systems Corporation. Bentley Systems is a publicly traded infrastructure software company. They're a pretty substantial business, as you well know. They're also our neighbors in the county, and they have been wildly generous in their philanthropy, not just to Kimberton Hills, but to all their neighbors. So it is terrific for Kimberton Hills to honor them in their commitment to their community. Aside from that, I would just, again, thank you all very much for being here. I want to assure you that whatever commitment you make, large or small, it will be treated with the utmost prudence. We take your contribution seriously. We recognize our obligation back to you as donors and our obligation to perform. I need to thank the committee who put this together tonight. You all are probably aware of how labor-intensive these type of events are, and I really respect the committee that Craig put together. It's a high-energy group of people with a high conviction level. They had a great vision, and most importantly, they actually executed it. So everyone in the community is most grateful for Craig's efforts and for those of the committee. So that's
Great,
it.
Pat.
Craig, thank you very much.
Pat, thank you so much
My
for
pleasure.
stopping by. It's always a pleasure. It's now my honor to introduce and recognize Dr. Jean Flood. Jean is our Lifetime Volunteer Honoree for 2020. Jean is a compassionate physician, is a Camphill board member for almost 10 years, and has always answered the bell for us when we've asked Jean for help. Jean has always been there with ideas, contributions, and support to help us with donor engagement. Jean, please step up. Thank you so much for your support. We honor you tonight.
I am I feel very honored. Thank you so much. I just wanted to say that Kimberton Hills has been a very, very important part of my life, and it started out when my daughter was very young, and she started going to school there, and then I got to know the villagers through all the different activities, and I just think it's a fantastic place, and I guess because of my enthusiasm, I was asked to join the board, which I've never joined a board before, but I was very happy to be on the board, and I was very, very impressed with how the board was run. I was really very, very impressed with that, and so I did that for 9.5 years, and then I felt it was time for me to step back. So anyway, I thank everybody for that, and I just want to give my heartfelt feelings my heartfelt love to Kimberton Hills. It really is a special place.
Jean, thank you so much for your lifetime of service and help to us. We are very grateful and honor you tonight.
Thank you so much. That's beautiful.
Sure. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to recognize and honor Bentley Systems and amplify the comments our board chair, Pat Buva, made. Bentley, founded in 1984 in nearby Exeter, Pennsylvania, has always been there for Camphill to help us when we needed their assistance. Chris Barron, one of our board members, is one of the executives at Bentley Systems and has helped us a great deal and has been our connection to Bentley. Chris is an executive with Bentley who offers us this message, which he pre-recorded since Chris could not be here with us this evening. Chris, take it away.
Hello, and thank you for joining the Camphill Village Kimberton Hills virtual gala. My name is Chris Barron, and I've served on the board of Kimberton Hills for almost 10 years now. So it is events like this that are very important to help us reach our goals, and I appreciate your generosity in attending this, and I hope you can continue to support Kimberton Hills. I'm also the Chief Communications Officer for Bentley Systems, which is based in Exton. We're a global company, and we are extremely honored to be recognized by Kimberton Hills as their Corporate Partner of the Year. At Bentley, we have a global organization, but we try to think locally and have a bias for action in helping community causes like Kimberton Hills. So I am pleased not only as a representative of Bentley, but as a board member for this honor. You know, I first came to know Kimberton Hills through my wife, who was volunteering at the Mirren Library a long time ago. And we also have known about Waldorf education since my daughter went to a Waldorf school in California back in the early 90s. And we have studied anthroposophy over that time to understand the impulse behind the community here at Camphill Village, Kimberton Hills. I will say I would like to reach out to the co-workers at Kimberton Hills who do an incredible job. They are so dedicated and really share their lives in helping the lives of the people with needs, with different needs that we refer to as the villagers at Kimberton Hills. My hat's off to them for the incredible work they do and their dedication. So I can't tell you how important it is that you support the work we do here. We get virtually no government support, and we also do raise a substantial amount of our own budget through the work that we do on the farm, on our community supported agriculture shares, our dairy, our bakery, our craft store. And that's important because the people with different needs that live here contribute to that. They are a vital component of our ability to deliver those services and goods, and really do play a full role in this community and a very rich life, not only from work and life, but also in culturally as well. So I really do urge you to open your hearts and open your wallets and do support this great cause, because we couldn't do it without your support. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chris Barron. You and Sally have been an integral part of making this evening a success, and we're very grateful. Keeping with our happy theme, Chris had to chime in and have another presence with us tonight. So now please enjoy Happy Day video contributed by Chris Barron.
Forget your trouble. Happy day. Come on, get happy. It's time to chase all your cares away. Clear again. Shout hallelujah. So let's sing a song. Just get happy again. Happy We're heading for the judgment day. The sun is shining. Come on, get happy. The Lord is waiting to take your hand. Doubt it now. Shout hallelujah. So let's sing a song. Just get happy about it now. Happy We're going to the promised land. We're heading across a river. Soon your cares will all be gone. There'll be no more from now on. From now on, forget your troubles and just get happy. It's time to chase all your blues away. Clear again. Shout hallelujah. So let's sing a song and just get happy again. Happy times. Happy times. Happy nights. Happy nights. Happy days are here
Thank you, Chris. I hope everyone out there who has joined us tonight is enjoying our musical contributions and doing some shopping. Please bid on our auction items and support our Fund a Need items that go directly to helping the Camphill Village, Kimberton Hills community. Right now, I'd like to give you a little bit of an insight into daily life at Camphill Village, Kimberton Hills, and introduce you to my friends Mark Owie and Alan Alexion with this next video.
So welcome to Giving Thanks Together, our virtual fundraiser for Camphill Village, Kimberton Hills. I'm Mark Owie, and this is
Alan.
Alan. Alan helps in the estate. What do you do there, Alan?
I do the grass and building. Now we're building. I'm framing the wood shade now.
Alan's also a CSA gardener.
Yep.
One of my responsibilities is to work with Craig and Virginia in development, but I also help the maintenance group by coordinating new construction and renovations. And Carrier House here is one of the houses we've recently done a major renovation on, Lilac, Carrier, Springfield. Through the support of people like you, we've been very fortunate to be able to do those projects. We also had a kind of a catastrophe this summer when a big tree fell on Oberlin House, and we had to move everyone out, but we were hoping to move people back in by Thanksgiving, about the time people will be seeing this. We were hoping to have that house going again. Of course, we had to make a lot of changes right away. You know, we closed our cafe. We asked volunteers to not come, which was hard for us, but we reorganized and yeah, we just kind of changed our daily routines to keep ourselves safe, and it's been great. We've been very fortunate. We're really happy to be able to do this virtual event so that we can talk about the place and show people how well we're still doing.
How long does that take you? A long time?
No. I got the John Deere mower. Right on.
I'm just so grateful that we can reach out to people, and we're very, very grateful for the support. And we hope to continue to do renovations like Carrier. As long as we have the time and resources, we want to continue to improve the place, make it safer and better for everyone. We're planning a new building at the CSA garden. That's to make it easier and safer for cleaning, washing the vegetables and storing them. So food safety upgrades, basically. and we're also planning some stormwater controls in conjunction with that construction on the back drive to protect French Creek and also to make it safer for people to walk in the winter. We have another big project that we're working on, and that is to make improvements to our main well, again, for safety and resilience, to make it more reliable. Yeah, I don't know. It's a very involved project involving engineers and a lot of planning. Hi, my name is Mark Owie, and Kimberton Hills is my home. I'm very happy to be here tonight to thank you for your interest in Kimberton Hills and also for taking time out of your evening to spend it with us at our first ever virtual gala. You know, Kimberton Hills has been around for almost 50 years, and with your help, we plan to stay strong and be around for many years to come. One of the things that I do to support Kimberton Hills is to help maintain, repair, and upgrade the buildings and infrastructure. In the past 5 years, we've been fortunate to do major renovations on Lilac, Springfield, and Caria. At Caria House, we raised the roof and turned small, cramped bedrooms into spacious, light-filled living areas. We also improved the insulation, upgraded the heating, added air conditioning, and totally renovated the kitchen. Oberlin was not a planned renovation, but we had the opportunity to upgrade the insulation, upgrade the heating, add air conditioning, and totally remodel 2 bathrooms. Of course, insurance claims helped us with that project, but because of a high deductible, we had to divert valuable resources to cover the expense. I hope you find interesting items in our auction tonight, and if you contribute to our Village Support Fund, I will be able to continue to plan to improve the quality of life and safety for all who call Kimberton Hills home. Thank you so much. And now, we're going to hear a few words from Judith Hokie, my colleague, and a member of the Applied Arts Association.
My husband and I moved here in 2013 with our son, and I started the Mosaic Workshop. We came August of 2013, and I started the Mosaic Workshop in 2014. I came as an art teacher, so I have my master's in education in visual art to teach visual art, and taught inner city Cleveland K through 8 before I came here, and really wanted to start an art-based workshop. We were householders in Serena, which is the house that Mosaic is in. For the first 3 years, my husband and I were the householders and took care of, it's the elder care house, so we were fortunate to help 5 people through hospice. And then we switched houses and moved to Oberlin, which is kind of down the path and through the woods on the outskirts of the village. And we've been there now for almost 4 years. I really wanted to start a workshop that would lend itself to working with adults with special needs. I had made some murals using plastic bottle caps in Cleveland and done that with my students. And I was really loved that medium of being able to create murals, placing the caps and creating imagery. And so in Camphill, one of the ethos of the crafts is that we try and use materials that are as close to the source as possible. So I thought Mosaic would be able to do that using tile and glass and stone. So we basically then are placing any of the materials we work with to create the mosaics. And it's kind of like making a puzzle. So a lot of our folks have the ability, they have those fine motor skills to be able to put the pieces down and create imagery and really beautiful pieces. We've had 3 art shows here in the village where it's been a great venue to sell some of our mosaics. Our folks are there, and we call it Meet the Artist reception. So they're there standing by their work and really proud, sense of accomplishment, especially when somebody then purchases their mosaics, which a lot of them have had that experience. In all of the craft workshops, it really is a place where our folks can come and have a place to contribute and give of their time, their creative time, and it helps slow them down so that they kind of are in a meditative almost place where they can work on something, work with their hands. It is a real calm, it has a really calming effect, and come out with a beautiful work of art that contributes to the wider society and adds beauty to the world. We haven't been able to have the day volunteers since March, but in the past, before COVID, we had, in most of our craft workshops, and I know I can speak for Mosaic, we've had a big handful of volunteers who have come in and contributed, and we love them because they are so generous with their time that they will commit sometimes once, twice a week for the workshop time, which 2.5 to 3.5 hours, really working alongside our folks, being patient and helping them. And often the volunteers will say they're benefiting just as much as our villagers. I love living here in Kimberton Hills. I'm on the development team because I just want to tell the world about how wonderful it is to be here. For me, I'm like a fish in water. When we came here 7 years ago, I just took right to it. I love that I can walk outside my house and see acres and acres of beautiful land. I get to communicate every day with people in the village. I involve myself on a lot of different levels, so I can see people in the house, but outside of the village or outside of my house. I think we're all kind of suffering the consequences of things not being at their normal pace, and I can speak for Mosaic and all the other workshops really that we really miss our contact with folks being able to come inside the village. So since March, we haven't had day volunteers. We haven't had groups of people that normally would help and contribute. A lot of work, a lot of labor, especially in our garden. The CSA has been really feeling the loss of day volunteers. Our revenue may get a hit, might be hit by that. So we're doing the best we can to keep up and keep things rolling and still producing as best we can. But we also really just miss the day volunteers. Mosaic is pretty unique to Camphill. There aren't too many Mosaic workshops in the Camphill communities around the world. So Kimberton Hills is unique in that we do have a Mosaic studio. We're often asked by the Camphill Association of North America, by the Camphill Foundation, to donate or have purchased a Mosaic to give to silent auctions or to people who have retired from positions or been honored for different Lifetime Achievement Awards. We just were able to give a beautiful Mosaic to Joe Harris, who was president of the Camphill Association of North America, and we were really proud and pleased that we were asked to be able to contribute and give that gift. The Applied Arts Association is alive and well at Camphill Village, Kimberton Hills. We have remained strong in our mission to offer space and time for creative and meaningful work, especially during this time of COVID-19. Our villagers and service volunteers have been working hard to create one-of-a-kind, handmade, beautiful crafts in our 5 different studios, which include fiber arts, mosaic, pottery, the weavery, and introducing our newest craft studio, the wood shop. During this global pandemic, one of the biggest losses to our craft studios has been not having our day volunteers. Their dedication and contribution is priceless. Normally at this time, our craft shop would be open to the public. We would be participating in local holiday craft fairs and hosting our 4th Mosaic Art Show in our cafe, all to help us increase our revenue. Because of COVID-19, none of these options have been available to us. Therefore, we are relying more and more on online marketing. Please make sure to take a look at some of our craft items in our silent auction tonight. And also please take a look at our new online craft shop on our website at www.camphillkimberton.org. Keep checking our online shop during the Christmas season and beyond, as new items are constantly being posted. And please, help spread the word to your friends and families. Support local, support small business, support handmade, support all abilities. Thank you. And next up, let's take a look at village life in the dairy with Tom and Jess.
My name's Tom Trzynski, and I operate and manage the dairy farm here at Kimberton Hills. I've been here for 13 or so years.
I have been here for about 7 years now, and a friend told me that this place would be perfect for me long ago, and when I came, she was right. The warmth of the people, of our folks that we care for, and just the community aspect of it all, we have each other's backs.
I've been looking for community my whole life. When I came here, I found that community that I was looking for.
The opportunity to show your skills through the work that we do and improve is just something special that I think is important. If I'm milking, I wake up at 4:30 and I come to the barn and it's still dark outside. Sometimes you can see some pretty stars. You go out to a field or come and get the cows from the shed. I started off in the CSA garden as a summer intern, and growing food, getting your hands in the soil was enlivening, and it filled me with fulfillment. When there was a need to come to the dairy, I took that on, and I fell in love with the animals and the cows and the work, and I've been there ever since. You'll never find anywhere else, for sure. It's if you want to experience hard work, but warmth and love around you at the same time, then this is the place to be. We work every single day and get back to it, and things are, routine and smooth.
Welcome back. I hope you are shopping and visiting the silent auction items, helping us with our fund and need items that go directly to support our houses in the village, and I hope you're enjoying the evening. We could not possibly have a Camphill Kimberton event without involvement and participation by Deirdre Heitzman. Deirdre is our past executive director and currently long-term co-worker. Deirdre always helps us to remember our history. She reminds us of our past. She holds our hand as we walk through the present, and she's guiding us into our future. Camphill Village Kimberton Hills will turn 50 years old in 2022. And here for some reflection and some thoughts on Camphill Kimberton is Deirdre Heitzman.
My family and I moved here 37 years ago, so I've been here for the last 37 years. I have grown-up children now. 2 of them have become Camphill co-workers with their families, so it's a generational thing for us. I've watched this community grow in extraordinarily wonderful ways. I've seen so many people interact with us, day volunteers, people who've come here to volunteer and live here, board members, various supporters in the outside community, and I realize that we support and impact so many people beyond the small 120 people that we are here in this village. And those impacts are sometimes life-changing. I've seen young people who've come to volunteer for a year here go away and 10 years later or 20 years later let us know how important and life-changing it was to be in a village where people are really colleagues, regardless of disparate kinds of capabilities. And I find that often with people who come in for the first time, there's this idea that this is this nice, peaceful, idyllic village, but after a short while, their hearts are opened in a new way to learn what people with disabilities have to offer them. I wouldn't still be here after all this time, all these years, if I hadn't felt that this village was having a really important impact on all the people who live here and all the people who interact with us, and hopefully the larger world as well, that especially at this time, I think, needs to feel that something good is happening, that people can cooperate even in their diverse situations and learn to live together. We're in an extraordinarily privileged place, actually, to live here. And that's become very clear in the last six months when people, it's so easy for people to be afraid and to be worried about what's going to happen next. And of course, we can all put those worries out as well. You know, will we be able to survive this? Will people become ill? Will our donors still support us, etc.? But I think the most important thing is that because we've created a community that has learned to work together so well, we now can support each other regardless of these external circumstances. So far, and the fact that we have so much land, that we can be outside and working and doing valuable things really makes a difference. So I think the general village esprit de corps is still really strong because of the strength of our history and all the things that we are doing. We'll continue to be a help not only to ourselves, but to more people externally to the village. It's always so heartening to feel confirmed by the fact that people are able to support us. It's remarkable every time we sign a letter thanking someone for support, whether it's large support or small support. And that keeps us going. And I think that connection with all of you in the outside world is so important. So you value what we're doing, and you tell us that by helping us be supported. I'm really glad that people can help support us, and I hope that will be able to continue.
And now we're going to hear a few words from John Tower, who leads the estate crew in maintaining the grounds at Kimberton Hills.
I met my wife, who was a co-worker here, Mimi Coleman, for many years, and moved to this area, and I didn't know if there would be a place for me here, but there was. They needed someone on the land to do this, and I took the leap and came here, and it's been great for the people I've got to meet, the things we've got to do, and this work is really great. We cut the grass around, we have about 12 houses here, so we cut the grass around the houses. I have a crew of maybe 3 or 4 villagers in a workshop, 1 or 2 co-workers, and so we cut the grass, we shovel snow, we rake leaves, we keep things nice, we help out for events and things, and so what we get to do is in service of the community, we see what the skills that our villagers have and coworkers have, and we put them to use. And we can discover what skills they have and get the best out of the people. And if it all comes out good, it really helps the people, helps the community like that. I've got Alan who cuts probably 80% of the grass here, the lawns, because he's really talented and good on the lawnmower. And right now he's building a firewood shed for us because we have a lot of firewood to store, and he's very talented with that. And I've got another guy, Bill, who does painting, sanding and painting. He refinishes furniture. You find it's a safe place to be yourself and to grow as yourself. So right away people come, and the gift that the villagers mostly have is of welcoming people, making them feel comfortable to be themselves, and then people come out of that and they share what they have, and it's a nice feeling that people live with while they're here, is to be okay being yourself and discovering the talents that you didn't know you had and maybe thought you didn't have. We're so grateful for any kind of gift that we get because it enables people to live their lives and show the talents that they have and benefit the community as well. We have the labor is here, and all we need is these materials and maintenance on the lawn mowers that Alan drives. He gets a flat tire. once in a while. We got to take care of him so we can keep him rolling.
Thank you, John. John and his crew make the village look as nice as it does and take care of all of our grounds, and we're very much grateful to all the work you do. Now we're at the donor engagement portion of the program, otherwise known as the Live Ask. First of all, we've been very busy while we've had the video streaming here. Two things have come up. Thank you to people who are watching us and joined us tonight. First off, we have a match for the Allen Alexion, Team Allen Alexion virtual table. The match from an anonymous donor is up to $5,000 for any gifts that come in between now and the end of the program to Team Allen Alexion. So please take a look at the virtual tables. This is a very generous match, and it's offered by an anonymous donor who has been in touch with us just recently. Secondly, we have another match of up to $2,500 from an anonymous donor for any gifts to the Villager Support Fund or other items that we see in the village, fund and need items. So we have two matches that have come in the last 5 or 10 minutes. We are so grateful for these. Please visit Team Allen Alexion and the Village Support Fund. Two anonymous donors, both well known to Camphill, Kimberton. They don't need their names mentioned. We know who they are, and we're very grateful. So please work with them and collaborate with them to increase our giving for this evening. Now, there are certain items we have listed that are called items for the village. These are items that when you donate, you purchase the item, and the items go directly to the houses or other uses in the village. For example, we have dishwashers. We have a need for 10 new stoves for 10 of our residences. We have a sectional sofa. We have an organic cotton mattress. We need 4 of these to improve quality of life in the village. Please also consider the fine arts, the applied arts studios rather, and the mosaic items that we have on our auction. We really need you to take a look at these and to support us and to support the applied arts programs at Camphill Village, Kimberton Hills. Please take a look at the pottery items. We have a number of pottery items from the workshop, mugs and other pieces. They're very attractive. There is a lot of demand for these and a lot of interest. We urge you to take a look at this and support the Applied Arts Studio in this manner. Our Villager Support Fund is extremely important to us. This keeps the infrastructure working, this keeps the lights on, this keeps the internet connected, and this is the backbone of the community. The Villager Support Fund is something that we really would like you to help us with, so please take a look and consider. We also have other items of interest we think you would enjoy. These are experiences for life in the community. For example, the Camphill Village Craft Crawl is something that I think personally many of you would enjoy, especially villager family members. We also have overnight stays and experiences with Franklin House and Aston House. This is, staying with Michael and Deirdre, with Mark and Markin, and experiencing other opportunities in the village. Also, please consider Chris Barron's An Evening of Songs from the Great American Songbook. Chris will appear either socially distanced or in an outdoor venue and sing his songs, which he's known for. And there are 2 of these available. We're very grateful to Chris for offering these. I've personally heard him sing in person. He's absolutely terrific. So please consider these items. I do know that we need a vacuum cleaner for the Mosaic Workshop. There's a Dyson item here. Please take a look at this because you will really help us and step up to the plate. We've provided you with a nice evening. We ask you for your consideration, and we want to give thanks together. So at this point, I'm going to turn it over to Chris Barron as we wind up the evening. Yep. Messed it up.
Thank you for spending the evening with us, giving thanks together. We appreciate your participation and financial contributions. Every gift, large or small, makes a difference. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm so grateful to be able to be here tonight, to be able to spend this time with you. It was a lot of work to put it on, and unfortunately it's drawing to a close. But wait, it's not over. The auction will be live until Monday evening. So please continue to spread the good word. Tell your friends, share, share, share. Thank you so much for tonight. Stay safe, be well, and thank you for giving thanks together.